The Cowboy Wrestling champs are honored here at Oklahoma State.
Up and down results over on the diamond.
And we're going to recap our Players of the Year.
All this and more coming up on the Poker Report.
Welcome to the Poker Report, your place for all things OSU sports. I'm Kenna.
And I'm Steve Spears. Kenna, we are officially 3 weeks away from graduation. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit sad, but at the same time, we've been able to experience a lot of events here this year and over our time at OSU. So, what's your favorite OSU sports event?
I mean, I've seen a lot of cool things happen, a lot of high highs and a lot of low lows when it comes to Oklahoma State sports here with my time here. But I definitely think a top-notch thing. I'm a baseball girl at heart, so it's got to be last year when Oklahoma State baseball clinched the win of the Big 12 championship against Oklahoma.
I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path here. I'm going to say the game against Arkansas here when they went to double overtime. I know people know I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, but that was a really big win for this program. So I think it was really good to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to go down memory lane, but now we are going to talk about Cowgirl soccer. They had a chance to get some revenge on a familiar foe. Tyvo has the details.
It was a windy day at Neil Patterson Stadium where the Cowgirls faced off against the Arkansas Razorbacks in a revenge game. The Cowgirls lost to the Razorbacks last season in the NCAA tournament. They looked to get a win in this exhibition game for some retribution for last time. The Cowgirls were amped up to play this game, and it showed in their playstyle. They were aggressive and put a lot of pressure on the Razorbacks at the start. But that did not stop Arkansas from attacking, as they had an early chance in the game to score, but were interrupted by Logan Marks, the freshman goalkeeper. The Cowgirls responded with a quick counterattack to try and get an early goal for themselves, but the Razorbacks managed to put that to a halt. The game was back and forth, with both teams being able to get off attacks in each other's halves. The Cowgirls did get a good look at a goal after an attack, but the shot was blocked and cleared out from the box. At the 43rd minute of the first half, the Cowgirls were able to break the cold streak with a counterattack that led to a foul drawn by the freshman forward Reagan Morris. Emmy Hedden stepped up to take the penalty, and she put in the back of the net to take the lead and the first goal of the game going into the second half. Hedden said she has worked hard on these type of opportunities.
I was just thinking to myself, I think I have the confidence to take it. If I miss it, whatever. Spring game. But if I make it, it'd be super cool. But just go out. I've been working hard on it, so I had good confidence that it was going to go in. But
scoring on a penalty in the first half, the Cowgirls are looking to extend their lead in the second half and finally beat the Arkansas Razorbacks.
The second half looked to be the same aggressiveness and style of play, with Arkansas coming out in a more offensive game plan. The Cowgirls adjusted quick with the Razorbacks and continued to play good defense, not allowing any goals at the start of the half. Head coach Colin Carmichael expected this type of play style from the opponent and was prepared for the intensity.
Yeah, always is with Arkansas. Their style of play, it's not dirty, it's just direct. Physical, direct, high press, and, we play other teams in the fall, some in our conference who play the same style, so we got to get used to it.
The aggressive play style led to many chances with counterattacks leading to a foul and a free kick from ex-Caret Nada that Arkansas's goalkeeper barely got a hand on. Even from that close call, the Cowgirls carried their momentum from the first half and got their second goal of the game from Morris with a curler into the right side of the goal. Arkansas did not let this discourage them as they kept with their offensively aggressive play. This led to them getting a free kick right outside the box and nailing it in the top left corner off of the crossbar. Even with their free kick goal, the Cowgirls were able to hold the lead for the rest of the game and get the win, fulfilling their need for revenge. For the Poker Report, I'm Tyvo.
Thanks for that, Ty. Steve, you actually went to that game. How was it?
It was crazy windy out there. Arkansas was super physical too as well, which made the game tough. Corner kicks were crazy to get, but it was a great game overall. But another Cowboy team made to national stage this past year, and they brought home some gold.
OSU had a ceremony to celebrate Dean Hamidi and Wyatt Hendrickson on their success at the NCAAs. Both wrestlers had a chance to speak in front of the crowd in GIA. Hendrickson received his Dan Hodge Trophy, presented for Wrestler of the Year after his amazing win over Gable Steveson.
Coming up after the break, we get an update on Cowboy basketball and the transfer portal, and we give out our awards for Player of the Year. Stick with us.
I want to show you something. This is the money we could save by switching from fresh packed California crushed tomatoes to concentrated tomato paste.
I want to show you something too. I got a new door. Go take a look at it.
Nobody uses better ingredients than Little Caesars, like fresh packed California crushed tomatoes. Pick up a large, deep dish for just $8.
Pizza.
Introducing Lincoln Black Label at Diffie Ford Lincoln. Designed to impress those with impeccable taste, Lincoln Black Label features a collection of interior themes and a host of exclusive membership privileges, inspired by attention to detail and a love of automobiles. With Lincoln Black Label, you'll enjoy an extended premium maintenance plan that covers wear items or even remote vehicle delivery. Lincoln Black Label isn't about luxury ownership, it's about membership. Lincoln Black Label, exclusively at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
At ASAP Energy, our goal is to provide the best customer service for whatever our clients need.
My relationship with ASAP Energy came about in 2007. I was wanting to build a convenience store. I didn't know how to do it. I'd never been in the business. I just felt comfortable with Rick. And so I knew that I wanted to do business with a guy like that. Integrity, loyalty, and family. I would recommend that to anybody. Thanks for taking a chance on me.
At ASAP Energy, everything matters.
Welcome back to the Poke Report. The Cowboy basketball season ended after the Cowboys lost in the quarterfinals of the NIT tournament. The Cowboys finished just right under 500 on the season. With all those departing seniors and a few players jumping in the portal, Cowboy basketball looks to be a lot different next year. Let's check with Landon Pats for an update with the portal.
Thanks for that, guys. Oklahoma State men's and women's basketball has been busy this offseason building for the 2026 season. Starting on the men's side, the boys have added 4 players as well as lost 4 players throughout the transfer portal season so far. We'll start with who has left. First off, key rotation starter Jamiron Keller has entered the portal along with rotational big man Patrick Sumnick. Keller spent his first 2 years in Stillwater and averaged over 5 points per game. Sumnick played a key hustle role and enters with 1 year left of eligibility. Connor Dow and CJ Smith have also entered the transfer portal. Now for the additions. Steve Lutz starts with Mississippi State guard Kanye Clary. The junior suffered a lower leg injury in November that hindered his game throughout the season. But in a previous season with Penn State, he averaged 16 points per game on over 37% from 3. Anthony Roy comes into Stillwater from Green Bay, and you may remember that name. He was a prolific scorer, averaging 25 points per night. Because of coaching and team disputes, he only played in 11 games last year, but you might remember him for scoring 27 points in GIA earlier this year. The third addition for the Pokes is Seton Hall's Isaiah Coleman. The 6'5" wing has 2 years of eligibility left and is coming off averaging 15 points per contest. He will look to improve the scoring output for the Pokes along with the other additions. The final add so far for the Pokes was LSU transfer Victorious Miller. Yes, that is his name, Victorious Miller. He is coming with some crazy athleticism, and the true freshman out of LSU averaged close to 9 points per game last year for the Tigers, and he comes in with 3 years left. The Cowboys have 2 scholarships remaining to fill this offseason and will most likely look to add size on the team, with only 4 players going in over 6'8" on the team, and only one of them, being Robert Jennings, having real college experience. With those final 2 transfers, we will keep you updated on who is coming into Stillwater. Moving over to the women's side, the Cowgirls have currently lost 2 players to the transfer portal in Kennedy Evans and sophomore Brianna Butler. Both appeared in just 9 games and averaged under a point per contest. Cowgirls have added 4 players so far in the portal as well. The first commit came from inside the conference. Former BYU guard Amari Whiting is joining the Pokes with 2 years of eligibility remaining. Head coach J.C. Hoyt says she's the perfect fit for the offense because of her ability to play on and off the ball. Next was in-state transfer who brings the family bonds to the team. Tyla Hurd is transferring him from Oral Roberts University to play with her older sister Staley. The 5'11" freshman did not play a large role for the Golden Eagles, but was in a consistent part of the rotation. After beating the Cowgirls in the tournament, South Dakota State guard Haley Timmer now joins the Pokes. The former Big Sky Conference second-team member started all 34 games for the Jackrabbits and shot over 40% from three. Timmer comes in with 1 year of eligibility remaining. The final ad for the Pokes also came from a Big 12 opponent in UCF forward H.L. Acott. Acott started 21 games for the Knights with over 6 rebounds a game. Coach Hoyt is excited for the versatility on defense that Acott adds, saying, quote, "She can guard just about any position on the floor defensively." The Cowgirls will have 2 remaining spots to fill, just like the Cowboys, and will look to add size down low and on the perimeter. Well, that's all the updates we have from basketball right now. We'll keep you posted if anything changes. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Landon. I'm really fascinated with how this Cowboy basketball team took shape this year. First year coach Steve Lutz coming in and actually setting the foundation for the basketball team. They kind of overachieved what I thought they were going to do this current up year. Like, I thought they were going to be like towards the bottom of the Big 12, and we actually were
a lot better.
We were towards the bottom, but we weren't the floor, which is a great thing there. So I was great, and I was happy to see the progress they had throughout the year.
Right. That's definitely considered a success with, a new coach coming in.
Right, definitely, because his style is a lot different from what they had previously. I'm a Mike Boynton fan, but I definitely like the direction the basketball team is going into.
Right. I think everyone was. It's just we want to win more.
We want to win. Since we're on topic of basketball, I think it's great that we start here to give out our awards for Player of the Year. Let's go ahead and start with men's basketball. And Kenna, ladies first. Who you got?
I got Bryce Thompson. He's a classic. He's been here for 3 years, and he's done really well for us. He's been a consistent player all 3 years that he's been here, and he hit a huge milestone this season. In his NCAA career, he has hit over 1,000 points, and he has 939 just with the Cowboys. So I consider that a success, and I think he contributed to a lot of the success that the Cowboys had this year.
I'm going to go with Bryce Thompson as well. That senior leadership that he showed throughout the year and the way he played down the stretch in the NIT, I think that was some of the best basketball I've seen him play since he's been at OSU. It's like he didn't want his career to end. Like, he constantly was the leading scorer of all those NIT games. It was just great to see for me, a guy that came in with the program under Boynton and then grew with the program, and then with Steve Lutz coming in, took a leadership role. It was great to see.
Right. Now, if we talk about the boys, we got to talk about the girls.
Yes, sir.
So, who's your pick for cowgirl basketball?
I'm going to have to go with Staley Hurd. She was just like the force the entire year. She would lead the team in rebounds a lot of games, and then, of course, lead the team in scoring. I was kind of leaning towards Honor Grid IC because she's been here in the program doing it for a while too. But hats off Staley Hurd. She got second team all conference this year, so got to go with her.
Right. Well, looks like we agree again because I also picked Staley Hurd. She averaged 16.8 points a game, which made her 11th in the league for Big 12. So I'd say that she's a good pick for sure. And
the main sport that all the Cowboy fans care about, OSU football. Kenna, who you got?
I got Brandon Presley. He had 7 touchdowns, and he had so many receiving yards this year. I mean, he was just a standout player. He was all over the field. Every single time you looked at him, he was everywhere all the time. He's really reliable, very consistent, and I'd say that even throughout his entire experience here at OSU, we've gotten to see his growth, and I really think that he showed his improvement through his last year.
I guess grab my stinger light because I'm gonna go with him as well. Now, I was leaning towards Nick Martin and what he did on defense, but I'm real big on legacy. Brandon Presley is the all-time leading receiver at OSU, and you got some names on that list that you can't look past. So for him to get that feat, I mean, I can't go with anybody other than him. So I got to go with Brandon Presley on that one. And I hope to see where he goes in the NFL because I do think the Saints need some help at maybe slide, maybe some more receivers, some depth, but that's just me.
All right, well, stick with us after the break when we get a update from Garrett Dutton. Also, I heard that Steve lost a pretty big bet, so we're going to find out what that is after this.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
The deli department at Homeland is Oklahoma's headquarters for party trays. Enjoy the time with family and friends at your next event, and let your neighborhood Homeland create the perfect fruit, deli, or cheese tray for you. The party planners at Homeland will help you choose the perfect party food, sized just right for your guests. Call us, stop in, or order online, and we'll make it ready for pickup on your schedule. Make your next party special with a party tray from your neighborhood Homeland.
Good to be home, Homeland.
Love these things. Hilarious. Sorry, force of habit.
As long as you are you, it's Miller time.
Welcome back to the Polk Report. Cowboy football is in the swing of spring right now, getting ready for spring football. Now, there's a lot to go into. You got all these quarterbacks vying for a starting job, departing NFL players, and then you got new transfers coming in. So for the latest on Cowboy football, we're going to go to our guy Garrett Dutton to see what the latest is on Cowboy football.
The Cowboys prepare to show off a new roster for the 2025 season this Saturday in the return of the orange and white spring game. And unlike past seasons, many of the names on the back of jerseys may not look familiar to fans. The Cowboys had many questions for their roster following an unexpected 3-9 season that ended OSU's 18-year-long bowl streak. And with major staff turnover during the offseason, the Pokes reached to find answers in the transfer portal. With not only 32 graduating seniors departing the roster, Oklahoma State parts ways with 16 outgoing transfers. However, with many spots to fill, OSU welcomes in 23 incoming transfers, ranking as the 45th best transfer class in FBS according to 24/7 Sports. The Pokes welcome in names from numerous Power 4 schools, along with many impactful players who made their name at Group of 5 schools. And with these new faces coming in, Oklahoma State will look to fill the roles of Deshaun Stribling, who transfers to Ole Miss after leading the Pokes in receiving yards with 882 in his 2024 campaign. Along with spots on the defensive side of the ball, needing new leaders in the linebacker corps, with Nick Martin taking his talents to the NFL and foregoing his senior year. Looking at the offensive side of the ball, the Cowboys bring in redshirt freshman quarterback Hoss Haney as he comes from TCU with new offensive coordinator Doug Meacham. Haney redshirted in his freshman year and has yet to throw a pass at the collegiate level. However, fans can look back to Haney's high school days where he helped Aledo High School in Texas to a state championship in 2023 and would be named the offensive MVP. Haney showed his dual-threat abilities through his 3 years on varsity, throwing for over 5,000 passing yards and using his speed to rush for over 2,000 yards. Offensive coordinator Doug Meacham acknowledges Haney's lack of play in college, but can't deny his athleticism.
I mean, like I said, he didn't play much last year, so we're going to have to figure old Hoss out. I don't see him any different than the rest of the guys. You know, he ran a 10.6 800 meters, so he can scoot.
And while athleticism is big for the quarterback position, it's not the deciding factor for Meacham on who leads the offense.
You know, can he process? Can he solve the puzzle on the back end? Can he get us in and out of plays? Can he, you know, it's the same thing all these guys have to be able to do. If he's the guy that is the most knowledgeable, the most comfortable, then he'll be the guy. If he's not, then he'll be somebody else.
Haney will enter a quarterback room with Garrett Rangel and Milwaukee Smith, who each started at least one game for the Pokes in 2024, with Zane Flores still waiting on his collegiate debut after being sidelined due to injuries. Cowboy fans will have to wait patiently to see which one of these four will get the start under center for the 2025 season. As for the defensive side, a new name will fill the shoes of many great players like Nick Martin and Malcolm Rodriguez, who were considered hidden gems before they came to OSU. Brandon Rawls comes into Stillwater as a redshirt senior who has had his fair share of playing time at the collegiate level. The 6'2", 240-pound linebacker was known for his speed during his time at Saginaw Valley State in Michigan. Rawls racked up 150 career tackles as a 3-year starter for the Cardinals. He would have a breakout year in 2023 where he would lead SVSU in tackles for a loss at 15.5. Rawls would continue this momentum into an eye-catching junior season where he would be named to the All-Great Lakes Athletic Conference second team. Cowboys head coach Mike Gundy says the linebacker not only stands out for his playing style, but also his character.
He's very physical. I watched him in the weight room yesterday. He looks what you're supposed to look like. And the one thing that I would say that is encouraging about him that I've noticed, because we don't know anything else, is he's seems to have really good leadership ability and is willing to step out there and pull others along with him.
The Pokes continued their run in the transfer portal, picking up some of the top recruits at the junior college level. The Cowboys welcome in 6 recruits who rank at the top 10 at the JUCO level for their respected position. OSU adds the top JUCO edge rusher in the country with Shandavian Bradley, who comes in from Hutchinson Community College in Kansas after starting his college career at the University of Tennessee. And with loss of many veteran offensive linemen, number 1 ranked interior offensive lineman Tyler Brumfield rolls into Cowboy country from Snow College in Utah, looking to continue Oklahoma State's success on the offensive line. And with the transfer portal opening up for the spring on Wednesday, the Pokes are already off to a hot start, adding key players on both sides of the ball. The Cowboys add depth on the defensive line with addition of Wendell Gregory, who transfers in from South Carolina. And while Gregory is still a redshirt freshman who only recorded 1 tackle in his 4 games with the Gamecocks, the 6'3", 245-pound edge rusher recorded 56 tackles and 7 sacks in his senior season at Walton High School in Georgia. As for the offensive side, the Pokes bring in a veteran wide receiver in Chris Fitzpatrick, who comes in from Marshall. The 6'4", 215-pound redshirt senior led the Thundering Herd in receiving yards last season with 576, and looks to continue his success in his final season at the collegiate level. All these new additions to the Cowboy roster will continue to prepare as the Pokes will open up their season against UT Martin on August 28th at Boone Pickens Stadium. For the Poke Report, I'm Garrett Dutton.
Thanks for that, Garrett. I can't wait to watch this team in the fall. Well, that's all the time we had.
No, Steve. Come on. We can't forget about it. I heard that you lost a bet because you hosted the Poke Report in the fall, and I heard that your picks didn't really work out.
They weren't that bad. Like, I was close. I just felt like, you know what, let's go ahead and get to a recap of all my terrible picks this season, and you'll get to see my punishment for said bad picks. Let's go to it now. Now, this is my favorite segment. It's the pick segment.
Mine as well.
It's crazy that I said it's the pick segment, and I went like 0 of 5 last week, but here we are. So, Peyton, I got a bargain for you.
What's that?
So, we can keep track of all our picks for the entire season. At the last show, whoever has the worst percentage has to eat like a spicy hot wing from like somewhere crazy.
That'll be easy for me, Steve.
Challenge accepted. I'll take it. I don't think Paige's going to be allowed back on campus with that answer. And I think, Ron, you just gave us reasons we are going to win this game on Friday night. I think OSU gets it back going. I think Ollie Gordon has a surprise turnaround game and actually closes it out for the Cowboys on Friday night at BYU nighttime.
It's okay, you can pick Arkansas. I'll pick Ole Miss.
I'm picking Arkansas. If it's no way, I'm not picking Arkansas.
Okay.
It's not fair. I'm trying to make up ground here.
Wait. We did have a bet about the wing, whoever loses. So check on social media to see who ends up eating that wing.
That's right.
For the Poke Report, I'm Steve Spears.
And I'm Paige Schmidt. Go Pokes.
I really don't want to be here right now doing this, but I lost the bet, so here we are. Here at Wingstop here in Oklahoma City. Go ahead and do this quick. Shout out to Ty Bo. He gave me the advice if I'm gonna go ahead and do it fast. So it is essentially 4 wings, 1 wing per game I lost, right? Let's go ahead and get in this real quick. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just It's still hot. I'm not licking my fingers after this. It's hot, it's what make it bad, bro. Never again am I betting on football. No wing left behind. Not my finest moment making picks, but I am a man of my word, so I had to follow through with it.
Well, that was hilarious to watch, if I do say so myself. But that is all we have time for today. The Poke Report will be back in the fall covering all things OSU athletics. I'm Kenna.
And I'm Steve Spears. Go Pokes.
Hi, it's Sam at Louis Grill and Bar, here to introduce our new menu items from south of the border. Come try our new poblano chicken tacos, or the ever-popular sriracha shrimp tacos. At Louis, where you come for the food, but stay for the fun.
It's hard to imagine my life before her, or a day without her. So much of what I take for granted simply wouldn't exist. She is the force that holds our life together. She is my everything, the center of my universe, from Forevermark. The diamond, the promise. Available at Lewis Jewelers.
I'm Randy Heights with 1077 The Franchise, and let me tell you about the HCG diet from New Leaf Wellness and what it's meant to me. Over the last year, I've dropped 90 pounds, and this has been a lifesaver, guys. I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't always get to the gym, and what's been incredible about this diet, when I can't work out, I still lose the weight. 90 pounds in a year is a lot for anyone, but for me, it's been a miracle. Why don't you give New Leaf Wellness Centers a call and see if they can't help you with a free consultation, or go online at newleafcenters.com.